Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. It is November the 2nd, 2023, and today the topic is Children of God. Y'all, I didn't say Happy New Month yesterday, but yeah, man, it's a whole new month. The second to the last month of the year. Man, 2023 is almost over. How y'all feel? I feel good, man. It's been a great year thus far. It's definitely been a bonus 2023. Look, and beyond. And beyond. Um, y'all, look, today is the day I'm supposed to go to the principal's office. Those of you all that listen to the juice or whatever, I share with you guys probably in the after show that the pastor of Mountain West wants to have a meeting with me today. Now, I don't think I've been nervous about it. I've just been like, what could this be? I got some theories, but I don't know. I'm praying it's good news, rather than bad. And I guess I'll let y'all know since y'all on this journey with me. Yeah, I was like, unless it's bad, then I just come here crying and be like, I'm scared. Now, I'm thinking, like when I was kind of narrowing it down, I'm like, okay, it has to be more good than bad. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Speaking of Mountain West, man, the main event, the main event from yesterday was doing my Jesus is Sweet in the Miracle Lab with Madam Miraculous. So that was nice. It came together. They ended up being way more kids than usual because they had what they call a night of worship last night. So I want to say that was about 26 kids or something like that. But I had enough, candy, and I had enough cups and everything for everybody to do their experiment. So yeah, man, turned out to be a nice little evening and whatnot. Can I be honest with y'all? I won't get too deep or whatever, call no names out of stuff, but I enjoy performing for kids and stuff like that. But then, like I said, y'all, I think I was just observing about myself that perhaps my patience isn't always there with the older kids because my whole thing is y'all understand. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a little bit more grace for like 3 and under. You know what I mean? The ones that barely talk and stuff. But if you over that, I'm like, you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. You know what I mean? So, so I think I try to handle it in a nice professional way, of course. But at the same time, I feel like sometimes certain stuff be rubbing me the wrong way, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the kid that'll come up and constantly ask you the same stuff over and over again, or stuff like that. You be like, I already answered you. Like, stop. But I be in character, so when Madam Miraculous don't snap, you know what I mean? But Miracle deep inside be like, go sit down. Go sit down. But anyway, man. Outside of that, man, what else happened yesterday? Had a good old long conversation with one of my cousins. Just talking about everything, man. Just talking about life and everything. Adulting, marriage, all kinds of good stuff. Nice little iron sharpened iron moment and whatnot. Yeah, it was nice having that conversation with her. I want to show there was something I was gonna share with y'all that stood out that she was sharing yesterday or that we talked about, but now I can't remember. So I guess it went for y'all. But yeah, that was a good conversation. We was on the phone for hours. At some point I was like, well, I guess I didn't get that nap before. But no, it's all good. I'm greatly appreciative. To be able to chit chat with her and it was a good time. Yeah, outside of that, those what I would say were the main events outside of doing the juice yesterday. Your kid, MJ, of course, annoyingly adorable. I want to explain to y'all like this cute thing he did yesterday, but only the ones that watching me live will get it. So basically, he comes to me yesterday and he's trying to tell me he wants some chips. And so he's like, I want those chips that do this. And he kind of humped over, basically saying he wanted some Cheeto Puffs. You know how the Cheeto Puffs are curvy. He was like curving his body like some Cheeto Puffs. I'm like, boy, the stuff you think up and say, like, it's it's crazy. But it's also amazing. It's the amusing, annoyingly adorable. And of course, while I was on the phone, he trying to get my attention and stuff. I'm like, kid, don't you see me talking? We talking. We having a little business. Well, not business, but like, adult conversation. Like, you know what I mean? Um, but yeah, super cute kid, man, overall. But anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this juice, man. Let's get into the juice because I'm recording later than usual. That seems to be the norm these days. But yeah, but I do gotta go to work. So we gonna get this thing to you. So this morning, what was the inspiration for Children of God? Well, I woke up this morning at the sound of maybe like third or fourth alarm, because I not only do I have my alarms now, I have alarms for my husband's set as well. So I don't even remember my alarms really, but I remember his alarm. And then I listened to prayer meditation twice because I think I fell asleep on it the first time. And let me see, there was something I looked up something. I can't remember what it was now. I don't know if it was something on social media or I can't remember. But anyway, it said Children of God, and it stood out to me as something to look into and basically just, I guess, go deeper about like the concept of being a child of God. Things of that nature. So I decided to go ahead and, go to openbible.info, plug that in, Children of God. Those verses was resonated with me. And so here we are. Here we are talking about children of God today. I guess the question is, are you? Are you a child of God? I like to think I am. I don't know. Every now and then you got to make sure. That's what I was going to tell y'all. So basically, there was this point yesterday where my cousin we were talking about the Trinity, because that, for lack of a better way to say it, whatever, we were talking about that concept because she was sharing with me, I guess, a conversation that she had with the Jewish woman in the past. And she was like, oh, well, she was saying some things and I was pretty much saying that I believe the same thing she do. But then she was like, well, no, Christians believe that Jesus is God, da, da, da. And I'm like, yeah. And she was like, what? And so we were breaking that whole thing down or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. That's the one thing that at least I feel like I've been asking that question recently, mentally, to God or whatever. Like, Lord, why didn't you just say I came down and, in the flesh through Jesus so I could do this thing for y'all? Like, instead of saying son and father, you know what I mean? And keeping it all separate. Because then now when we're reading it in our day and time, and then we're thinking of it all separately. And again, I've been very open and honest to y'all that, hey, man, I didn't put two and two together till in my 20s that, oh, wait a minute, Jesus is God, also God, and stuff like that. And then even when I was trying to, explain it to her, it was like getting stumbled up in some ways where I'm like, man, go check out this video I saw that they explain it better than what I'm explaining right now. And stuff. Because I'm familiar with the verses that, refer to Christ also being God and things of that nature. But it's just, it is deep, I guess, when you sit here and think about it and analyze each and every one of the words and all this type of stuff. And so, so anyway, that question happened yesterday. So that probably led to this conversation as well in some way. But let's go ahead and get into these verses, y'all. Let's get into these verses. So 1 John 3:1, it says, see what mind of love the Father has given to us, that we should be called children of God. And so we are. The reason why the world does not know us is that it did not know him. Well, look, we're in the world, but not of the world. I'm still trying to think like what is standing out to me the most about this verse. But I don't know. I think the whole thing is resonating in some ways. What one is showing us, this is the love that God has given to us, that we should be called children of God. I know there's parts of the Bible that talks about we've been adopted into the kingdom of God, things of that nature. But then it goes to talk about, like, people of the world don't recognize us because they don't recognize God, which, I mean, I think I've already addressed here on the juice multiple times. I mean, again, we do struggle with, acknowledging God, trusting God, and things of that nature. So if we don't know God, then why would we know, you know, I guess, children of God, Speaking of that, that's once again reminded me of that conversation with my cousin, because I know she was sharing that, in some ways she's been having a hard time to trust the Lord as well. And I get it, because again, I had a lot, look, it took me a while to get to where I'm at today. So, I've been kind of handing over things to him piece by piece and things. So now I guess I would say my trust is more, I have more trust now than I probably have ever. And again, like I said, I know it might sound crazy and things like that, but I think, I mean, again, if you're trusting a little bit, just hand over a little bit at a time if you need to. Now, hey, it might be easy to hand everything over at once, so that you don't have to go through a long process. But I mean, again, trust them with this, and then start trusting them with that, and I guess you'll start seeing him moving in your life. But yeah, that's verse number 1. So I hope y'all let that marinate on your heart, souls, and minds. Here's another verse for y'all today. It's John 1:12. It says, "But to all who did receive him, who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God." So again, I feel like I'm saying this thing all the time, but I feel like, again, the Bible is an even playing field. It doesn't exclude anybody. Like, yeah, okay, maybe the first, or the Old Testament probably referred a lot to the Israelites, chosen, and X, Y, and Z. Obviously to get the deed done to bring Christ, X, Y, and Z as well. But I would say that the New Testament shows us that, okay, what Christ did, now that he did what he did, X, Y, and Z. Now everybody has access. I guess when in the past everybody didn't have access. And so I guess, again, that comes with belief. According to that verse right here, it says, again, let's see, let me look at it. To all who did receive him, who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God. So, yeah, it starts with the belief, friends. I mean, I know we just had this little chit chat about trust and things like that, but I guess what's coming to me right now is, like, how can you trust someone you don't know, or that you don't believe in, or that you don't think is real, or whatever the case may be. So I guess a lot hinges on that belief, That's what I'm receiving. So let's go ahead and get into Galatians 3:26. It says, "For in Christ Jesus, you are all sons of God through faith." So once again, the belief and then the faith. Y'all know how here we go with this faith and works thing, this conversation I talk about all the time. But yeah, I mean, the faith is going to inspire the work, it's going to motivate the work. So that's a whole nother conversation, but let's just get the belief and faith down, like, first we got to believe, then we got to have faith. So yeah. And it says, "For in Christ Jesus, you are all sons of God." Y'all know how I feel about that word "all" in the Bible. That means each and every one of us. No one's excluded. All are welcome and things of that nature. So, again, I don't know. Are you asking yourself, am I a child of God today? Hopefully you are. Hopefully you're asking yourself that question. If you don't already know, right? And if you ask yourself, I mean, I guess there's ways to figure that out. Matter of fact, there's a couple of verses that are in the Go Deeper section. You guys can peruse and let marinate on your heart, souls, and minds. And just, read these things and see if they line up with you. Now, if they don't, then hey, guess what? The good news is that it can. The good news is, again, it starts with the belief and then the faith and things like that. And you too can be a child of God. And then I guess if you choose not to believe, because again, we have free will, so you could choose not to X, Y, and Z. But then understand the only alternative to being a child of God is to not be a child of God, according to the Bible. So um, that means you a child of darkness. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's some that's totally fine with being that, and but those that you may not be comfortable with being a child of Satan, I guess for like a better way to say. Then hey, come on over to look, come on over to the light. Look, we got cookies. No, but yeah, man. Come on over, be a child of God, work on that belief and faith, and that's ultimately the juice this morning. I mean, I got one more verse, and it is Romans 8:16. It says, "The Spirit Himself bears witness with our spirit that we are children of God." So there you go. If you're wondering, hey, I would say if you are someone that has any conviction for sin or the things that go on in this world, if you feel like any like when, for example, if you're doing the wrong thing, right, and you feel that in the back of your heart and mind, then that might be a good little sign that you're a child of God, because that's the Holy Spirit, right, warning us, reminding us, right, of the right things and things of that nature. So if you somebody that's living life and that don't bother you and you ain't thinking about that at all, then that might be showing you which child you are. But again, that don't have to be where you end. That's not the end of the story. That's not saying period. And so that's it. I mean, hey, there's always the opportunity, as long as you are breathing and living another day, there's always the opportunity to change that narrative. And I guess that's the juice, y'all. That's the juice. Y'all can go deeper about all these things. But the Bible verse of today is Psalm 55:22. It says, "Cast thy burdens upon the Lord, and He shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer thee righteous to be moved." Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Just a reminder, tomorrow is Friday, so we have a new episode of the GSL Talk Show coming out. It's with Mr. Carter Hughes. He's a career coach and also the owner of Carter Hughes Knowledge Institute. So you guys can hear more about him and his journey and things like that if you guys tune in tomorrow night at 7 p.m. to the GSL Talk Show. But yeah, man, that's all I got to say about that. Y'all have a wonderful Thursday, and I look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye. There you go. Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I hope that you all are encouraged and inspired. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Yeah, man. Going to the principal's office. Nah, man. I guess am I looking forward to it? I guess I'm looking forward to it. Finally seeing what's going on, I'm not too nervous or anything. But I guess, like I said, I'll let y'all know. I'll let y'all know tomorrow with the Lord's will. What comes from all of that. I feel like there was something I was gonna tell y'all. What was I gonna tell y'all? Is it about today? Today's Thursday. Going to work. It's about yesterday. Or maybe I wasn't supposed to tell you. I don't know now. Oh no, yeah. Let me tell y'all. So let me shout out my sister, you know what I mean? Little entrepreneurs around here. She just released a new purse in her line, Vashti. I don't have access to her, no links for her for that, but you guys know that she's also the owner of Anchor for Phlebotomy and Diva Style Salon and everything like that. So if you guys are interested in seeing the new purse design and things of that nature, then you guys can go check out Anchor Phlebotomy, and then you'll see the lady posted multiple times, and then you just click on her, Nyla O'Neal, and then go and see them purses, because really cute collection she just released. It's called the Royal Rounds collection. It's a round purse and everything like that. I was like, go ahead and put me down, sister. She's doing pre-orders. And so, yeah, speaking of her as well, man, apparently she's been reading The Cultivation Period, A Single Christian's Journey. She had shouted me out on Instagram yesterday. And I was like, oh, sis, read my book. I'm like, I hope it encourages you and inspires you, sister. Look, on your journey. So thanks, sis. Thanks for the shout out. Thanks for the love and things of that nature. And congratulations on your new purse design. You know what I'm saying? A little bit building, little the empires out here. Y'all go support if you can and will, and everything like that. Yeah, I think that was it. That's that thing I had to tell you. Um, um, Yep, I think that's it. Yeah, I'll sit here and start talking about all of my endeavors. Even though, man, what I'm understanding, there's some cool stuff coming for unwind self care. Some cool, um, new products and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? For those that do your nails and whatnot, I'm just saying, I got some stuff cooking, some stuff is coming. So just go to unwind self care if you guys want to check that type of stuff out. Um, should be posting more things about that soon and whatnot. I was sitting here thinking about my shoes when I was thinking about her purses, man. Listen, I need to hit some goals with the shoes because once I do that, me and her can collaborate on some purses and things. So I'm just saying, if y'all interested in my shoe line, check me out. It's at lowfoot.com. It would be great to get to the 10 shoe goal, but if I can get to 7, that would be great too. So just throwing it out there, hey, holidays is coming up, all kinds of good stuff. Matter of fact, speaking of that, man, I need y'all to go to Mom Bomb. I actually need to be getting some stuff myself, and I need to be doing a promo for them. They just, they got a holiday collection out and stuff like that, and so go ahead and start getting stuff together. Christmas is around the corner, y'all. So support Mom Bomb. Y'all go to actressmiracle.com and click that button for Mom Bomb. Romantic blessings too. I'm just saying, just throwing it out there. All kinds of options at actressmiraclesims.com. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go because I need to go get the little gal up and go get ready for the day. But y'all have a wonderful Thursday, and I look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye.